Namaskar. Friends, you are welcome to the Public Global. Now, first of all, I may please be allowed to request you to please subscribe the channel and like the program. And as usual, share it to your friends so that opinion can be made, discussion cannot be initiated to achieve a fruitful opinion, a concrete opinion. It may be by this or that, but the doldrum is not healthy thing, at least at this moment when everything is running in a deciding manner. Everything is going on in a deciding manner. You have to accept it or reject it. And yeah, of course, there must be some gray area also, and we have to maintain the sanctity of the gray area also. What happened in our democracy in the last days, the gray area has been crushed like anything. That has been narrowed down. No gray area. The ruling party and the ruling compensation in our time is always trying to have the things in a just black and white. No gray area. So gray area is important, but our tendency must to have an area to be clarified in the manner without any kind of illusion. The illusion-free environment, the illusion-free situation must be there. So far, our democracy or the democratic process is required. Oh, what is going on? You must have seen in this time the Gen Z is very much in the arena of discussion. When the LOP, the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, the Bharat Joro Yatra, the Nyaya Yatri, when after the Boat Choro Yatra, he has the Boat Chori Roko Yatra, Boat Adhikar Yatra, Boat Adhikar, maintaining the journey he performed in Bihar, especially in the environment created with the process of the special intensive revision. What is special in this revision? The only special is like that. The Election Commission is trying to scrap the whole list, the voters list, the total voter list. The Election Commission is trying to scrap it and trying to make it a fresh according to their choices. And that cannot be allowed, that is the sub judice matter. The court will take care of all those things. But it is fact that they have that kind of intention to compromise the electoral process in our country and create a different kind of political situation in our country, which may not be favorable to our society, to the setup, to the democratic or to all the federal structure of India. So that they have tried it, and we have always thought upon that. What we have accepted from the Bharatiya Janata Party and the leader, Mr. Narendra Modi, like leader, he's a very big leader, and the public supported him like anything for the development of the country, for not only the religious for the development, not only of the religious tourism and other kind of thing, but to make this nation great. Of course, the Congress has done it, but when the expectation was with the Bharatiya Janata Party, which was supported by the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, but their policies always have such a thing, they're confronting policies, and they have started to fight against the established values of the country, the established democratic sense of the country. They started to fight and combat against all those things. And that's why people were very much tired with all kind of the political exercises they have done. And now what is happening, the Rahul Gandhi, when he was press conference, our Prime Minister is not doing any press conference in a true sense. In a true sense, I must clear it, when the question and the rigorous question, confronting question is being allowed to ask the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister who is running our system, who is taking caretaker of our aspirations. You are just not only, you will not be known as a history, not only you will not be accepted as a dialogue delivery man. So dialogue delivery is not your duty, sir. Your duty is the real delivery, and you have to. But you have failed it. Sorry to say, but you have failed it. Yes, there. Of course, you are in the. You have passed more than 1 decade time in the PMO office, in the PMO office like Prime Minister of India, like a country, the great country like India. Yes, there are some achievements. Of course, we must uh, we must remember it. But the failure is so high, and the desperation is so high amongst the people, amongst the young people. When the Rahul Gandhi told in a press conference that the young people of the country, the students, the Gen Z, take the meaning of the and the concept of the Gen Z from Nepal. Actually, the Gen Z is the American term. You may take it, you may confirm it, but how it has been popularized in Nepal, in the context of Nepal, and they change the convention, they change the power structure of the Nepal. Of course, we don't want that kind of change in our country, but we can certainly we want change. Yes, we always trying to have the Indian people are trying to achieve the change, because if we are not being success to change, then it may create a disaster. How? Because the election process itself is being compromised, and that is problem. Yes, because election process, electional machineries is also a vehicle to achieve the aspirations to change the system, to change the at least the power composition, not when the system, power composition. The value cannot be changed. The basic values cannot be changed of this country. But what Bharatiya Janata Party tried to do this, they wanted to change the value, the basic value of the country, basic value of the Indian civilization, and of course of culture also. Just I was talking about the how they can interpret it. In Gita, it was told the great document, the war document, and the great religious document at the same time. You may interpret it in many terms, in many aspects of the Gita. In Gita, it was told that Basam Ziranani Yatha Vihaya. The peoples are not dying, but they are only the Atma is just changing the dresses, vastra. But nobody can say, murderer cannot say that I have not committed any murder, I have not murdered him. I just only facilitate him to change his dress. One murderer cannot say like this. But interpretation is like that. Just I am taking a metaphorically trying to make my point. If a murderer can refer that in Gita is telling that the death is nothing, but it is a process of changing the poshak, changing the dresses, and only I have facilitated to and facilitated to change the dress of the deceased. So this will not be acceptable. Can it be? This cannot. So when you are in power, you have to interpret the things in such a manner. Election Commission is not giving the particular data, and when the Rahul Gandhi is taking the leader of opposition, not only the leader of Congress also. The leader of opposition is asking for some data, but data are not being supplied by the Election Commission. And when he is digging the data and he is having some data and sources and telling and placing it in the press conference, the Election Commission is just telling you all these are incorrect, fake, and baseless, without any investigation. Our Chief Election Commissioner, Mr. S.Y. Qureshi, last day he was telling the Election Commission should respond his question, his apprehensions in the right manner, and should not only reply in a very humiliating language that is not suitable, that is not a very harsh language. Just only you are taking the sweeping remarks as best lesson. You must have a check. You must have a system to check all those things, and then after you decide whether it is correct or incorrect. It may be incorrect. But instead of that, instead of checking, you are just asking him to deposit, to say whatever you want to say in a form of affidavit, by affidavit, and with a pukta sabut, how it can be done. So, if the election commission is not such a position, because they are always the case is in the court, and the next time it will be, the hearing will be in a very crucial manner. The hearing is there, and they are not even ready to accept Aadhaar card as a valid document, officially valid document of OBD to register a name of citizen, name of voter in voter list. And of course, the time and again it has been told that the deciding election commission is not an authority to decide the citizenship of anybody. So this is also there. Only citizens can vote, and only citizens can only citizens' name can be included in the voter list. Yes, that is true. But there is no contradiction. If you have any doubt about anybody or any groups, they may not be a citizen of this country, and they have applied for the inclusion in the voter list itself. If you have in doubt, you must refer it to the government of India, the Home Minister. They will give you the clearance whether they are the bona fide citizen or not, and then after you include their name. But the process must be transparent. You have done this. And only in apprehension, you cannot just scrap all the voter list and you ask everybody to submit your documents to get registered or re-registered. This was the revision. This was the SIR was the revision process, not re-registration process or not the reconstruction process of the voter list. But unfortunately, it has been treated like that. Our people cannot sit silent. We cannot be a silent spectator of all those things. So people are getting involved, and the young people are also in a very different. They are very much in a disparate situation, and they want to change the system. They want to change the situation, at least, even not the situation. So what Rahul Gandhi is trying to address all those things to change the situation. So nothing personal. And the system is like that. Everybody should accept it. And I request you to, please, you must have an opinion regarding this. What he wanted only the things, the voter list, the digital form, the OTP trails. Now, after this is the OTP trails. Because what is OTP in the real term? OTP is nothing but I think that we can understand it like that. The OTP is the mandate, the authenticated mandate of a person to do anything on his behalf digitally, and that is OTP. So if OTP trails will be available, then it will be very easy to identify where is the problem, the source of the problem, the root cause of the problem, and the root sense of the problem. And then after the analysis will be there. So impact analysis of like that. So impact analysis is there. BJP leaders are always telling that impact analysis. Analyzers are telling them or concluding them that yes, both Adhikar Yatra and the press conference of Rahul Gandhi having no impact on the people, on the minds of the people. But what happened when our Home Minister visited Bihar and he asked the gathering in a very prodding language that why Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the opposition leader, has come in Bihar, for what to do, what was the objectives. The people said he was against both choice and perplexed, and he just told him, no, that is not a real story. I will tell you. I will tell you later on. मैं बाद में बताऊंगा. I will tell you later on. But sometime he was perplexed that Rahul Gandhi, the method of communication he adopted, the power presentation form. Yes, of course, that is the time frame. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi itself using the digital platform to address the public. That may be in the form of teleprompter and otherwise. I don't know, but people are saying like that. Rahul Gandhi is producing his point in a PowerPoint projection. And you must have remembered the George Orwell, the writer of the Nobel 1984. He there observed that the language will be changed in the coming days. And now the language is getting changed with when we are talking about the Gen Z contest. The bulleted language he used in his PowerPoint, and he tried to clear it. The flawless clearance was there. No rhetoric, no language problem. The ornamental language used, the paraphrasal language, which actually doesn't bear a real meaning of anything. The physical, not a physical language, the physical language was used by Rahul Gandhi when press conference was there. And they have tried to make it in the other sense. So, but the analyzer was telling that not having any impact in the people's mind. But Home Minister himself read, understood what kind of impact was in the public mind, who was supposed to be the supporter of the Bharatiya Janata Party and his well-wishers. They have replied in both churi. And that is the situation why BJP is now feeling some kind of awkward situation, or not. They are not comfortable in their situation like that. So what is there? So yes, Election Commission is now doing the deregistration, the delisting of some political parties who were inactive since the last 6 years or so, whatsoever it may be. The delisting and the 474 and total something, some around 800 or whatever it may be, but the sizable number is there. They have delisted. So delisting is starting. But it is to be noted. It is to be, we must put our attraction, put our notion that against this, by these inactive and registered political parties, the thousands of crores has been transmitted. That may be black or white, what can be used, I don't know. Cases under also, I think, the judicial supervision, the case is going through. And when we have to reply in the court, you are trying to make it correct and delisting it. But action is required. So action is required. What happened and who made it happen, who assisted, all those things. If any criminal or angle is involved there, if there any criminal intention was also active in that sense. So that must be re-examined in that case. So friends, so this is the process. The Election Commission is not nothing. Though Bharatiya Janata Party what made it, not only the polarization on the religious and others grounds, non-political grounds, polarization, but they are not trying to accumulation of capitals in certain hands, and that is the more danger in our country. And what the trail is there, some Israeli connection may be there, and what is there, we don't know actually what will be what are the components of the hydrogen bomb. When it will come, we will analyze it again and try to understand how and why our democracy has been affected adversely. So friends, you must, I request only last, please like the channel, subscribe the channel, like the program and share it to your friends. And you must have an opinion about the situation, the prevailing situation our country is facing, the democratic situation our country is facing. Our forefathers have made so many struggles to have a country free from all kind of ailments, all kind of ill things. So we must have an opinion to have it, to revisit ourselves. I request we must revisit ourselves what kind of mistakes we committed and what is the how it will be corrected now, politically, morally, ethically, and even religiously also. A course correction is required here very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.